Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default. Last time, we began our first side quest, or sub-scenario, whatever you choose, and we found out that there are some thieves staking out a nearby oasis to Anchime, stealing people of their stuff as they come by for a drink of water. We chased down the leader of this band of thieves to their hideout in Harina Ruins, and this time we're going to be confronting the thieves' leader and seeing if we can get back the stolen goods. But before we go and tackle that big can of worms, let's go ahead and open up Narende Village. With the weapon shop at level 5, I think I'm going to hold off on upgrading it any further, at least for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the accessory shop so we can get our hands on the Gale hairpin. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to level up the special move shop so we can get Air Splitter and Blade Storm. And finally, I'm going to level up the Valley Parts shop so we can get the 20% power boost and the +2 turns. While on the topic of Narende, let's go ahead and talk to the adventurer. A few episodes ago, I wanted to get the Blessed Shield. It was a high priority thingy that I really wanted. Now that we have the money to afford it, let's go ahead and get one. When this shield is used in combat, it gives us pretty much a free cost Cura on all allies. It's really good. It also looks super cool. Like the little wings and the heart patterns and everything. I really like this design. There we go. Agnes has a lot of defense now, and she can use a spell that we don't even have access to yet. I don't think there are any more adjustments we have to make. So, let's head on forward.
What's this now? The ones from the Oasis, is it? You're the rats sneaking about the place?
Why do you persist in these awful deeds? You must return the articles you stole!
One of you muzzle this dog's yapping, would you? Be a friend. And what? Don't tell me you came all this way just to vomit a few platitudes out on my floor. This place is nothing but sand and hypocrites. Drives a man mad. And this thirst, these daggers in my throat, all the water in the desert can't dull their edge.
The people you robbed at the Oasis were thirsty too. They risked their lives to get at that water, and you...
Spare me the lecture. You come to convert me? Set me on the straight and narrow? Teach me to follow the rules, be a good little sheep, live an honest life? Out here, honest lives end quick. The desert's a beast, and it's always hungry. The city's no different. There are only two kinds of folk in this world, make no mistake. The takers and the taken from. My worthless parents were easy marks, textbook victims, and still, they grit their teeth and tried hard as they could to get through each day. Till the day came they couldn't feed a family of 3, so they cut loose their kid and disappeared.
They just left you?
The city just took and took till they had nothing left. Their own brat became a burden, so they dumped him like a bag of sand. Daft, eh? Absolutely stupid. If surviving means pinching from other folk, I'll happily join the takers.
Are you sure they left because you were a burden to them? Maybe they swallowed their tears and left you in the city, in hopes that you, at least, could find happiness there.
Aye, or maybe they left me because they didn't have the guts to kill me themselves. You don't know a stinking thing about them.
You're right. I don't know their reasons. But they do. If they're still alive, you can go and ask them. You can track them down and make them explain themselves. Make them answer for their choices. You can yell and scream and fight as long as you like. As long as it takes. You can work on forgiving them. But you haven't done any of that. You've stayed here sulking and festering all your life. That's far dafter to me!
My throat! This accursed thirst, it's worse than ever. You, this is your fault! You smug, delusional, self-righteous little lambs make me sick! I'll take everything. Everything from you! Oi, Chief! Kent, get your horns in here!
I assume your calling me means this conversation is over.
Aye, that's enough words. I'm choking on this lot's hypocrisy. I want them stripped to the bone!
I care nothing for your reasons, and still less for your ideals. My assistance hinges only on the weight of your coin purse.
She's heavy enough. You'll have your pay.
Then we've a contract, and you will have your money's worth.
Just before we thought this was going to be easy, no. We don't have just one boss. We have two. Kint and the Jackal. I didn't heal up before going in here, but I think we'll be okay with these resources. So, two bosses. We don't really know what Kint can do, but we know Jackal's a thief, so we gotta keep our eyes peeled on that. Let's go ahead. I feel a little confident. Let's go ahead and just examine both of them. Put Tiz in the negative. He'll be fine for a turn. Everyone else can default. Let's slow down time here. Kint, 5,000 HP, no weakness. And then we have the Jackal, 5,000 HP, no weakness. That's okay. Sword magic fire. Kint is a spell fencer. He can imbue his weapon with certain elements. Not just elemental attacks like fire, water, and lightning, but also status debuffs like poison, blind, silence. If he hits you and he has his weapon imbued with that element, it will do that damage as well, so we've got to keep an eye out for that. Let's go ahead and have everyone default again. Now that we know a little bit more about what we're dealing with here, let's play safe. Kint is braving. Okay, we dodged the attack there. Alright. Kint's damage is somewhat decent. Let's go ahead and check out the Blessed Shield. We go into the items menu with on yes, and we click on the Blessed Shield, and we use it. We can click all allies, and it'll use the Cura ability, which is just a tier higher than the regular Cure spell. It costs no MP, and it heals us for a lot of HP, at least at this point in the game. So, let's see here. No weaknesses on either of these guys. I feel like Kint is the more dangerous opponent here, so let's go ahead and focus more of our efforts on him. Onyas, you can default. Tiz, you can default. I have all the specials saved up thanks to the dungeon grinding. Well, not really grinding, but, you know, fighting every enemy in the dungeon, I got all of my specials back up. So, I think let's just go ahead and lay into these guys. So, let's start with Idia. She'll do Piercing Bolts. And then let's just throw Blizzard. I mean, it doesn't really matter. And then Ring a Bell, I'm just going to have you just do a regular attack. I'll have you use your special next turn. Okay, now the Jackal's braving. Damage isn't really going to be all that high.
Good luck!
Thankfully, because we're a little over-leveled for this, because we went and did the main story first, these guys aren't going to be too dangerous. Speed things up here. If this is the first dungeon you're doing here in the chapter, play safe. Take things slowly. Whenever you see that the Jackal is in the negative, go on the offensive. That is what you're going to want to do. Let's go ahead and use Tiz's Moonbeam on... Hang on, did I attack the Jackal accidentally? Okay, no, I did not. Let's go ahead and use Tiz's Moonbeam on Kint. Let's see if we can finish him off. Yeah, sounds fine. Then we'll just stomp with Ring a Bell. Alright, Tiz, show them what you can do.
It's over!
496 damage, not bad.
My contract ends here. I'll take my leave.
What? Chief, I don't understand.
Your odds are poor, and I don't take poor clients.
Go then! They all abandoned me in the end.
That's the little waddle there. That's another reason why I decided to take down Kint first, is because after he reaches half HP, he flees the battlefield, seeing that this is a lost cause. Taking him down as soon as possible makes Jackal very aggressive. He braves completely, putting himself fully in the negative, allowing you 3 full turns to just wail on him. take down Kint, make him leave, and then Jackal just kind of lets you wail on him. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're just gonna put our full power into this guy. This is what happens when you put yourself into the negative and you're a little reckless. See if we can take him down. Idiot, finish him off.
A fitting end. Everything taken away. So thirsty.
Not a bad fight. If it's the first fight you're doing, it can be a little tough. Just play safe, play slow. But if you're like me and finished the Chapter 1 storyline first and beat Orthros, this fight is a bit of a cakewalk. Everyone gained a level, and we got a high potion for our troubles. And of course, it's been a little while, but for our troubles in beating the Jackal, we obtain the Thief Asterisk. The Thief, an expert at stealing items, high agility stat, and can act early in a turn. Favors daggers. Their specialty is Master Thief, and their job command is Thievery. Their stats are very middle of the road, sporting C rank HP, Strength, Vitality, and MP with really, really bad intelligence and mind stats. Don't equip any magic-based sub-jobs on them. Their dexterity and agility, however, is insane, allowing them to act first and deal decent damage and steal valuable items from enemies. In terms of their aptitudes, their best weapons are daggers and bows, sporting S rank and A rank respectively. Though katanas and knuckles aren't a bad option for them either, and swords are kind of there as well. Everything else, not so much. Armor aptitude is the same as almost every other job. They are not tanks, they are speedy DPS with decent damage output.
Will you look at all this? And every bit of it's stolen, no doubt. We need to get these back to their owners.
You'll want to have a look at this first. It's rather stunning.
I'm raising the price of water an additional 20%, beginning 14 days ago. The streets, they are full of people too poor to afford it. The sense of panic grows by the hour. That self-righteous fool of a prime minister comes to demand the price be lowered day after day. It will not be long now till the masses reach their limit. The poor will have no choice but to go to the oasis. That is where you will wait, armed and ready. Steal everything, and above else, do not let them at the water. Your task is to ensure all of Ansheim is terrified of the oasis. Give them a welcome they will never forget. In time, they will understand that if they wish to survive, they will be buying from the merchantry's water, whatever the price. But see you keep your mouth shut, yes? No one must know of our collaboration on this matter. If you are found out, the deal is cut off. Your head will be next. E. Profiteur.
Then,
Those thieves were under the employ of the Cammer and Profiteur merchantry.
and the people suffering? Did it mean nothing to them so long as they reaped a profit? Despicable! Seems I've found another entry for my blackest pitch list. This is unforgivable. We have to stop them! The people will continue to suffer as long as these degenerates hold the kingdom's water ransom. I say we storm the place and set this matter straight right now!
I concur, Idia, but first things first, let's explore this place a little bit, see if there's any valuables to commandeer. It's kind of a victory prize. Doesn't seem like it. Don't think so. That's unfortunate. There's all this crazy loot, but we can't really do anything with it. Unfortunate. Anyway, don't want to steal what's been stolen already, I guess. Let's go ahead and take a look at that thief job. So we would have access to steal. Let's check out what their specialty is. Master Thief. Double the success rate of stealing abilities. Note that this effect does not stack with similar effects from items. So pretty much, you have a higher chance of stealing items as long as you're on Thief. Eventually you will learn the specialty as a support ability, but for right now, this is what you got. Tiz, buddy, I think I'm gonna put you on Thief. We haven't had a job switch in a while, and I think this is about the right time. I think I'll keep the miscellany job command, but I'm gonna go ahead and equip Knuckle Lore on you, Tiz. This will keep his attack power fairly decent. I could equip the Iron Bow on him and just remove Knuckle Lore, but because I really don't have anything else to equip on him in terms of support abilities, I think keeping him on the Bastet Claws is going to be fine. With this entire dungeon explored, let's go ahead and head out with the Teleport Stone. Before we go confront Profiteur, I think it's smart if we heal up at the end. With all that taken care of, let's go confront the Profiteur.
What? Remunerations for the lost caravan? It was stolen, along with my supplies and my camels.
And this is not my responsibility, eh? You failed to protect your investments. You! We had a contract, my friend. The provisions for loss and damages were clearly written in the fine print.
Even so, I can't be made to pay for the damages when I've just had all my possessions stolen. I'll be out on the streets.
This is not my concern. You will pay. Or, if you prefer, I can be asking your wife for this money. Your daughter?
Wait, please! Leave my family out of this!
That's enough!
Why are you here? Eavesdropping, are you?
Sir, you don't owe this rotten band of fraudulent crooks a single peeg. You are free to be on your way.
I feel this joke is not funny. I have business with this gentleman. We have no time for baseless accusations.
Then what of accusations with concrete proof?
Oh? And just what is that, huh?
A little souvenir snatched from the lair of the thieves prowling the oasis of late. It bears your signature, Chairman, as well as your orders to attack any citizens approaching the oasis.
What? Then when they... And you were planning to rob me now a second time!
Ah, this day. No luck at all. I suppose this is a result of trusting that useless urchin to perform a simple task.
Then you don't deny it? Release the city's wells to the public then, immediately!
I beg your pardon? Just who are you to be issuing the orders, girl? As I told you before, this is a business. If you are too poor, this is your problem. Stupid enough to be tricked, your problem. Don't like it? Go earn some money, eh?
Money, money, money. These are human lives. Ugh, this is useless. I'm shutting you down right now.
We will be seeing about that. Sigma Kint, I have work for you. Paying work, I assume?
You! From the Thieves' Den! You'd help this crook?
Provided his pockets are heavier than yours, yes. I care nothing past that. Irutus Profiteur, Merchant of Death. Do we have an agreement? But of course! And I'm feeling generous today. Kill some more, and I'll earn a bonus!
Contract established. You'll have your money's worth.
Here we go again. Time to take down this stupid rotten crook and Kint again. Great. This fight is a little tricky, especially if you are going through the side quest chain a bit earlier. You'll see why here in a few seconds. Sword magic silence. He can now silence people he attacks. Pay to play. That raises critical hit rate. We saw that in the dungeon with the KCs. I think for right now, I'm going to default and examine again with his on both of the bosses we have here. Slow down time a bit, see what we got. Kint still has 5,000 HP, which is fine. It's a little too slow, it's fine. And then Profiteur has 6,000 HP. Okay, well that's the perfect target to be hitting with that. Okay, they're playing nice with me right now. But I assure you, there's something a little funny about this encounter. I'm gonna use the blessing ability here. I want to keep my HP at above 600. That is my main goal here. Let's go ahead and see what Thief can do. Let's go ahead and try and steal from Kint. And then let's just throw some magic out there. We'll throw a blizzard or something out there. None of them have any weaknesses, so we can just kind of throw something at them. Couldn't steal anything, unfortunate. Ring about with the critical hits. Let's go. Oh, okay. Idiot's now silenced. Okay, but that's okay. That's okay. We can fix that. Let's just have her heal herself with that. Let's get the Echo Herbs on her. And then, actually, I'm going to have Tiz try and steal again. Here, the Echo Herbs. We're going to play this a little safe. That increased steal rate is not doing many wonders for me. Yes, keep hitting on yes with the silence weapon. That's totally going to do anything. We'll just go into default. I want to play this a little slow. Oh, there's Kint braving. And Chairman Profiteur defaults. Chairman has the tendency to default every other turn, so that way he can utilize his brave points in order to deal some decent damage. Kint's kind of the opposite. He'll brave himself into the negative, and, you know, that is a decent opportunity to attack him. Profiteur almost never goes into the negative, which... Oh, there it is. Take over. Take over. If he hits you, it is a flat 300 damage. It cannot be defaulted. The damage cannot be lowered, which is why this can be a little difficult. If you have 500 or less HP, if he hits you twice with that, it is an instant kill. And early on in the chapter, most of your characters probably have right around 380 to 600 HP, making this really, really tight to fight around. You're going to be kind of on the backstep the entire encounter. Let's try and steal from Kint. Now that we've kind of seen what each of these guys can do, we can start playing a little bit more aggressive. Let's go ahead and throw that piercing bolt out there. If I deal with Kint before I can steal from him, that's not really a big loss. And then we'll just throw some attacks out there. High potion. Couldn't steal anything. Couldn't steal anything. That's okay. At least we got a high potion. See how much damage this does. 569 damage. Speed up time here. Blizzard.
Our agreement ends here. This is what your money buys.
What? I've paid you a small fortune!
Any further, and I'll be placing my life on the line. That bears a surcharge of 51.2 billion peeg.
That's not a surcharge! It's a national budget! You're mad!
Then this is farewell. Best of luck.
This is fraud! I'll see you report it for this!
If you're alive enough to do that, the little waddle. Yeah, so, Kint, your money doesn't really pay all that much, man. We ripped into you. let's go ahead and get Anyas on the offensive now as well. Probably sure because he has 1 BP, he's planning on going on the offensive. So I'm gonna have Blessing ready to go. We can just throw some attacks out there. I don't want to put anyone to the negative but myself, but I don't think Chairman's gonna be around for much longer. If you get the Chairman to half health or Kint to half health, Kint will leave regardless, similar to Jackal. But I try to take down Kint first regardless because I see him as the bigger threat. Unfortunately, we're gonna run out of our bonuses here, but that's okay. We kind of have to hit him when he's going to use his 2 takeovers. So this is kind of our opportunity to wail on him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep Anyas on the Blessed Shield use. And then for everyone else, we'll just do 2 attacks. Tiz, I'm going to have him steal. Idia, you can just throw 2 blizzards out there. And Ring a Bell, you can do 2 stomps. Come on, Tiz. Man, he does not like Tiz. He doesn't normally just target one person. He normally targets 2 people, 2 separate people, with a small chance of him actually aiming for the same target twice. But every time he's takeover so far, it's been against Tiz. What did Tiz do to you, man? I guess maybe he reminds him too much of Jackal, who I guess probably is pissed off on. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I'm fine with him attacking Tiz only. Fine with me. There we go. The Mithril Staff. That's what I was looking for. An extra staff. I mean, it won't be too useful, but hey, an extra staff will never hurt anyone. We'll just use the plus shield. He's going to default this turn most likely, so we're gonna play safe. Keep everyone healthy. The Blessed Shield's Cura is insane. We're probably just gonna keep doing that every turn because it pretty much nullifies his takeover. And then now that I've got that Blessed Shield, I'm actually going to default on everyone else so we can prep a huge burst in the next few turns. There we go. Now he's diversifying himself a little bit. Okay, he's going to default next turn. There it is. And now he's going to go full gung-ho. We're going to do the same. We're just going to throw everything at him that we can. I'm not going to use my special moves. I'm going to save those. But, you know, he shouldn't... I don't think he'll live this turn. Okay, Tiz putting in some work. This damage isn't as low as I thought it was going to be. Idia, man, you're going to finish them off, aren't you? Take him down.
Money! All my money!
Very dramatic death right there. Anyway, that fight went down pretty well. It's a bit of a beginner's trap, that fight with a takeover 300 damage. If you have low HP, just know that he does 2 takeovers normally and play around that. Make sure you have over 300 HP every other turn. Tiz learned the Abate Wind support ability as well. We got a gold hourglass. And of course, we obtain the Merchant asterisk. The Merchant. Good at both saving and spending money. Attacks and supports using wealth. Favors staves and daggers. Their specialty is more money, and their job command is commerce. Their stat affinities are fairly middle of the road, similar to Thief, with no real bad stat outside of Vitality, meaning they have lower HP than normal. They have a decent affinity for black magic and their intelligence. Their mindset isn't anything to scoff at either. Merchant can kind of be a jack of all trades, similar to Freelancer if you want him to. Their arms aptitudes, their primary uses are staves and spears, and daggers, 3 S-rank weapons, which is pretty insane. If for some reason you don't want to use either of these 3 weapons, bows are a decent alternative as well. Arm aptitude is the same as almost every other job. The merchant is a bit unique, as the more money you have, the more damage they'll do, with things like takeover. Merchant is very good at making a lot of money as well, as we'll very soon see. So they can make money really fast, and they can spend that money really fast as well. It's a very interesting cycle. This job gets a bit of a bad reputation because it's not really like a very glamorous attack job, but trust me, this job has its strengths, and I'm sure to show you here very soon.
I'm still just livid! I never knew people this unbelievably foul even existed! I'm just glad we managed to root out the ones causing Enchime's people such suffering. And just look at these papers! It's proof of one crime after the next. I can only pray this will make life here a bit less difficult.
At the risk of repeating myself, you'll want to have a look at this.
Notice of change in location for periodic reports regarding the ongoing water price fixing operation. Approach the door at the Grand Mill Works rear at precisely 0300 hours. Approach the door at the Grand Mill Works rear at precisely 0030 hours. Knock 5 times at 2-second intervals. Ensure you are not followed.
No signature this time. A memo of profiteers, perhaps?
Whatever it is, it stinks. The merchantry might not be the only snakes involved in this scheme.
It bears checking. Let's have a look for ourselves at the mill tonight.
Well, with that whole debacle settled and dealt with, we have our sights set on our next destination. Time to go see who's truly behind all of these issues regarding the water situation in Anchime, and finally put an end to the woes plaguing the poor citizens of this city. So with that, I'll see you soon.